call the meeting of the Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
One probably has to be muted, Mark. There should be a mute. Yeah,
Yep.
drag it all the way there. Go.
Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful day. Today, I offer a prayer of protection for our firefighters on this hot and dry forest fire season in rugged terrain and unpredictable wind. Protect them from harm while protecting lives, homes, and businesses. Protect our law enforcement when they respond to dangerous, hostile situations. Protect our emergency medical personnel from harm when answering the call for help. We ask this in your name, amen. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of preparing accurate written minutes. Recordings are overwritten following approval of the minutes, eliminating all unofficial records of these proceedings. The first item is the approval of the minutes, April 6, 2023.
Motion approved. Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Are there any guests concerning county business this time? Ms. Chrisman.
My name is Linda Chrisman, and I'm president of a nonprofit environmental group called Save Carbon County. And I'm here on behalf of that organization to say thank you to your board for your recent actions to prevent development at Mock Chunk Lake. I'm sure the more than 82% of voters who approved the referendum to preserve farms, open space, and protect clean water would agree with your actions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Are there any other guests? Hearing none, we'll move on.
The first item is the opening of bids. The Carbon County Animal Shelter HVAC Replacement Project via pen bid.
Okay, good morning. So the first, the low bid is Shannon A. Smith Incorporated for $202,000. Next would be M&M Facility Services LLC for $220,000. Next bid will be Spots Brothers Incorporated, $249,000. Next bid will be Patel Construction, $279,500. Next bid will be from Bognet Incorporated, $289,000. Looks like the last bid would be W.C. Eschenauer and Son, $308,082.
I'll make the motion that we table for 2 weeks to confirm the lowest price technically feasible bid.
I'll second that.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Next bid is for the Mock-Chunk Lake Park Boat Launch B repaving and vaulted restrooms project. Looks like there are two bids for this project. First is Lehigh Asphalt and Paving and Construction Incorporated for $383,547.25. $383,547.25, and it is projected on the screen there as well.
I could barely see it.
Oh, sorry.
It's a very small font, so if you could repeat them maybe once or twice, that'd be great. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Do you need me to repeat it again?
No, I got it.
Okay. The only other bid was from Cobalt Construction for $514,017. That's 514017, no cents.
I'll go ahead and make the motion to table for 2 weeks and to confirm lowest price, technically feasible, and also potential discussion. It appears that the lowest bid might exceed the grant and match amount, but again, we can look at that over the next 2 weeks.
I'll second that.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Okay. Next item is the report of executive sessions held.
There was one executive session held on April 12th at 2:15 PM for personnel.
Department reports, the budget transfers.
Motion approved. Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
There were no supplemental appropriations. Expenditures, approval of payroll check numbers 74967 through 74989, and direct deposit check numbers 6052058 through 6052484 for the payroll paid through the payroll fund checking account for all county funds totaling $633,719.66. This is the payroll dated April 6, 2023.
Motion to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Approval of check numbers 235342 through 235560 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $1,202,309.78.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The treasurer's report.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Okay, this time we'll recess our commissioners' meeting and reconvene our salary board meeting from last week.
The first item is guests.
guess concerning county or salary board business this time? Hearing none, we'll move on.
The report of executive sessions held.
There were none.
Next item is purchasing. Change the rate of one purchasing manager from $17.22 per hour, grade S2, step B, to $16.80 per hour, grade S2, step A, effective April 13th, 2023.
Motion. Oh, okay, either way, motion to table till, next week, we'll have to recess for further discussion.
I was gonna jump into a discussion first on that.
Oh.
All right, so before, I'll go ahead and second, but discussion. I think we've set the precedence, and, you know, I was thinking about this morning and last night after our discussion. We pretty much have set the precedence that as soon as a position is vacated, that we take it back to the A level on the existing wage. So in further, you know, self-reflection today, I think maybe let's just go ahead and get it back to the A where it's supposed to be. And then as HR looks at it to confirm or deny that it's on the right wage scale, grade, then we can determine what modifications we might want to make based upon candidates applying for the purchasing position. Because we're gonna go back to A regardless, right? Because that's our historical precedence. We always take it back to the A, get it reset, and then we kind of base off our changes from there.
I see what you're saying. I guess we could do that. We still have to look at the new job description
Yep.
and determine if that's the appropriate grade
Right.
and step for
Correct.
the incoming person that we're
Right.
looking at right now.
Yeah.
So I don't see a harm in doing that, but
Okay.
we'd still have to
Recess.
recess and address it again next week
Yeah.
on the agenda.
So then my recommendation would be request to withdraw the motion, and then once we go through, we just recess till next week. So we go ahead, reset it, withdraw the motion, then make the motion to go ahead and reset it to the A, and then after we finish the agenda, we'll simply recess versus closing the meeting out. Does that seem to make
Well,
sense?
it does make sense, because like you said, we, and if it winds up that it's gonna fall into what we're trying to do, redo the job descriptions.
Right.
So if that winds up that it has a different step or a grade or whatever for next week, then we would deal with that.
Yeah.
And we did have some applicants, and we could deal with that next week, I think, but I think that's the right move, to move it back to the A like we were
Yeah.
trying to plan.
Yeah.
And I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I thought we had a good idea until this morning, you know, let's
Well,
just get it
yeah.
reset, because
Yeah.
I thought.
We're
we had
doing
a
the
good
same
thought.
thing we're basically gonna
Right.
do anyway, is readdress it next
Yeah.
week, so.
Yeah.
Is it being advertised yet or no?
We've already done the interviews.
Oh, okay.
But it was still at the B,
Oh,
we
I
never
see.
returned it back to the A, which
Okay.
was our standard process.
Right.
And that's what we were talking about, we kinda need to get it back to the A.
Right.
But we knew we had to look at, you know, if we select an individual, we have to, you know, look at the qualifications to see, you know,
Right.
what step might be appropriate.
Right.
And that's why we said, well, what if it might be a B, so now let's reset. Yeah.
Are you going to withdraw your motion?
I can do that, I'll withdraw the motion.
So now do we have a new motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
Mr. Severcek?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. So at this time, I'll recess the salary board meeting and we'll readdress the issue next week.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay? Okay, that meeting is recessed, we'll now reconvene our commissioners meeting.
The next item is the personnel report for county departments.
Motion approved. Hopefully
Sorry, they're hanging pictures out
they're
here.
getting there. They're 45% complete according to the report, so.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The acknowledgements for courts and row offices.
Motion to acknowledge.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Information Technology, Penn Teledata, 525 Iron Street for approval and execution. A 3-year service agreement with Penn Teledata for internet access via cable modem for children and youth at 525 Iron Street at a monthly reoccurring fee of $567.95 and a non-reoccurring fee of $590, and it would be effective from the date of installation.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Planning and Development, for approval and execution, the change order to the following contract with Mozilla Enterprises of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, for the following home rehabilitation contract, number RB 70-08-137, original contract price of $2,900, a decreased change order in the amount of $142.16 for a new general contract price of $2,757.84.
Motion approved and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The Solicitor's Report?
Thank you. All right. For the Area Agency on Aging, seeking approval and execution of an agreement for the use of the Franklin Township Volunteer Fire Company facility and to provide catering services for a senior workshop hosted by Link, being the PA Link for Aging and Disability Resources, on June 23, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. At the Franklin Township Volunteer Fire Company in Lehighton at a rate of $17 per person for the buffet. The facility rental fee will be $300 plus $100 cleaning fee, and the security deposit was waived.
Motion approved and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
On the courthouse renovation project, seeking approval and execution of a change order number 5 to the contract with Boyle Construction Incorporated of Allentown, Pennsylvania, to include 3 months of pre-construction services, to include plan and bid document revisions, additional meetings, revised bid specifications, revised pre-construction timeline, revised construction milestones, schedule based on county logistics, scope changes, and budget update. This change order increases the contract by $21,000 for a new contract total of $840,412.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it with a little bit of discussion here on this. I mean, we've been working on this for quite a long time, and I think it's time that we resolve this, and hopefully this is the end of this, that we get this project started. I mean, we've been bouncing around what we're gonna do, what we're not gonna do, and I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna have all entities, it's in the courts or whatever the, row offices that are involved in this, we're all gonna sit down at the table and figure out how this is gonna be done. That was my question all along, how we're gonna work around the courts, where we're gonna put people, and we really didn't get to that determination. And I think, before we actually go officially out to bid, we have to set that, because I just don't wanna see it in the bid packet that they put in $50,000 or $100,000 for working overtime. I don't know how the courts works, you know, I don't know how some of the row offices, how they can work, and I think they have to give us the details on how this construction plan can go through. You just can't say, okay, we're renovating the building. There has to be a plan, and I don't know, when are we having that meeting? On the
20th.
On the 20th. So hopefully by then we'll have everything resolved, and I'm just, like, this is too much for me, going back and forth and trying to decide. I'm hoping this is where we're at. And we did have some discussion about it, I think before, about the ADA issues, and when this started off, it wound up being the air infiltration and the ADA issues, and it got blown out of proportion, and it looked like we were spending too much. Now we got it back down to earth. So we were actually higher with this before, and then it came down and it's going back up, and I'm hoping this is the last time, because this has to keep going, because I think even if you look at the bids, that were actually for some of these, that we got, like, the longer we're waiting, the higher the price is gonna get. And we just can't keep putting this stuff off, because we can't be putting another $1 million on a project to the taxpayers. You know, we gotta get this done. You know, this probably started, I don't know, probably when we first just came in here. It's probably going on for 2.5, 3 years already. And I think after the 20th, that gotta be it. It gotta be resolved and move forward, and that's the end of it. And that's all I have to say, but.
You know, scope and budget have been a challenge, and again, part of that is internal discussions with, you know, all the stakeholders involved in this. It is a very complicated project. It has been scaled down significantly. Don't know if I don't believe we're where we need to be at this time yet. But the fact is, you know, this is really unavoidable changes that had to take place, trying to be fiscally responsible and get a good project done that's going to really focus on the mechanical, the electrical, the plumbing primarily now. So, yeah.
May I call for the vote? Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Next, for parking, seeking adoption of ordinance number 1 of 2023 of Carbon County, establishing and providing for parking kiosks and multi-space parking meters, establishing kiosk zones, establishing and regulating unmetered parking lots, and regulating parking, ticketing, and providing penalties for violation. And ordinance number 2 of 2020 would be deleted and revoked in its entirety.
Yeah, move to adopt, then discussion once there's a second.
All right, second.
Yeah, just to reiterate, remember a couple weeks ago, we did an advertisement motion, right? So that advertisement is done. I don't think any of us seen any real public comments made, concerns, right? There were 3 major changes that were emphasized. Nothing has been modified since the advertised version of this went out. So again, this is just now implementing it. That's all I have.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Next, related to that ordinance, seeking adoption of a resolution revising the schedule of fees for the public parking in the county parking lots.
Yeah, move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
And next we have for adoption a resolution honoring Connor Rennert, a member of Boy Scout Troop 755 of Clamtown, Pennsylvania, on attaining the rank of Eagle Scout.
Second?
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Would you like for me to read that into the record?
Sure.
Okay. Whereas Connor Rennert of Summit Hill has succeeded in achieving scouting's highest honor, the rank of Eagle Scout. And whereas Connor Rennert has been involved in scouting for many years, starting with the West Penn Cub Scouts, advancing to the rank of Webelos, and earning his Arrow of Light badge. Continuing his scouting career, he advanced to Troop 755 of Clamtown, Pennsylvania, and continued to earn over 68 badges, including his recruiter badge, along with holding several positions, including Senior Patrol Leader and Assistant Senior Patrol Leader. And whereas Connor Rennert's Eagle Scout project was completing a buddy bench seating area in the playground at St. Jerome Regional School in Tamaqua. The buddy bench is a place where new students to the school can go to meet new friends. It is understood that when a new student sits on the buddy bench, other students can sit with and introduce themselves to the new student, creating a positive experience. Connor spent 1,196 hours on this project. And whereas Connor Rennert has developed the necessary skills and determination to achieve an honor he will value for a lifetime. Connor is a Connor is a sophomore at Marion Catholic High School, where he is class president, student ambassador, football player, and track team member. And whereas Connor Rennert is an inspiration to young men through his dedication and leadership. And whereas the Board of Commissioners of Carbon County wishes to acknowledge the accomplishment of Connor Rennert. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Carbon County hereby recognizes the achievement of Connor Rennert and hereby commends and congratulates him in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. adopted by the Carbon County Board of Commissioners this 13th day of April 2023.
Okay, any further business? Hearing none. Commissioners' reports, Mr. Leonard?
I don't really have anything much. I think I spoke about some of the issues here, but the elevator is the big story today. Again, remember the media. But I just want to mention Colleen Klein was one of the ones that worked in our office here, and she's retiring. So I want to wish her lots of luck, and I always tell her that she's young enough to enjoy life, and I think working for the county, you have a pretty decent pension. And, you know, I wish her the best of luck on her future. I mean, that's what it's all here for, to enjoy yourself after working. So thank you for your service, Colleen, if you're listening.
Mr. Lukasevich?
One item, the county has now fully implemented under the direction of our parking director, the validated parking, the 2 hours of free parking, right, which we started on 1 September of last year. We offered the opportunity to 24 departments and row officers. We had 21 entities that went through the orientation and training. 2 did not participate, and then planning and development, once it moves from 410 Center Avenue, they of course will incorporate themselves in the 2 hours of validated quote-unquote free parking for county residents, county taxpayers who are conducting private business with county government, pre-scheduled appointments only. That's all I have.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. First of all, congratulations, Colleen, for 20-plus years of service here with the county. Congratulations, Connor Renard. Very few kids achieved this goal, and being only a sophomore, he did it at a pretty fast pace. Usually as at least a junior or a senior when they accomplish this. But I don't think the scouts realize that when they do projects such as this, the long-term effects it has on so many people that hopefully in this case it's a little different, and it's doing something to help welcome new students into an area. Usually it's just a bench maybe along a trail or something, but when you have something like this, it makes it a little extra special. I know other projects in the past were for senior citizens, etc., and it's projects that are enjoyed by many, and I think the scouts need to be recognized that it's a lifetime achievement. It's something to always remember. The open space, thank you, Ms. Christmas, for your comments. We are still accepting the applications for board members right now. We'll be working with bond counsel, etc., in the future, you know, financial end of it. We're working on at least, we're hoping 5 farms, you know, that were for ag preservation, etc. So we're moving forward, and it's we want to get the farms before it's developed. So the other thing, just wanted to mention, the 3 of us attended a media event in Weatherly with Congresswoman Wild pertaining to the broadband and of funding that's going to be available. The application's coming out May 13th, I think.
Yeah.
May 13th. So it's competitive. So. We have to get the applications in there on the municipalities, and the reason it was up there because the Weatherly area is really in dire need of broadband. So the only other thing I have, the training center, it's gonna really be up and swinging this weekend. We have a current interior firefighting course, 48-hour course with about 12 students going on now, and they'll be up there Saturday and Sunday. Doing ventilation practices. That's module 4, so it's only part of the training program to go through. We have an engine company operation class going on as well with Lansford and Coaldale on Sunday or Saturday afternoon. I know the sheriff has 2 training sessions. If you want to mention those 2, Sheriff, and how many people you have in those sessions and what they're all about.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. So for several months, we've been working with the FBI and Texas State to implement an active shooter training up there. So after all that time, we have that finalized. There will be an instructor training that will be next Monday through Friday. That will train 13 Carbon County either chiefs or police officers or sheriffs, and then we can in turn train everybody else in the county. Following that training, we will then have 2 sessions the following week so that all the instructors can then conduct the training for other officers. I think as of last count, when we're all wrapped up, we'll have 63 Carbon County police officers trained in active shooter response in multiple jurisdictions throughout the county. So we're excited to get up there and use the center.
Okay, and the other one, he's starting another course next month. The basic firefighter course is 112 hours. That's not including the 44 hours for hazmat or burn sessions. So that's 156 hours just for the basic courses that these people get into. The other thing we're looking at on October 7th and 8th is doing a specialized training program. We met again last evening with the training committee, and we're looking at 4 different scenarios. We're looking at scenarios that doing things that normally aren't taught in classes. They're more specialized. We're looking at 100 students, 20 instructors, starting out on a Friday evening, going all day Saturday to Sunday. I've already contacted Pocono Mountain Vacation Bureau to work with us because we'll need facilities for hotels, at least 20, 30 rooms, possibly up to 50. Carbon County has first choice at attending these sessions, all of the first responders, and then it'll be opened up to the outside, and there is a fee involved for this, and we'll be able to recoup some of the funding that was invested in the training facility or maintaining it. So we're pretty excited about that. It's going to help showcase the training facility. We're getting down there. There's some minor details. Finally, all the pieces have shown up the other day for the audio-visual in the police training section. So a little cleanup here and there, odds and ends to be done, and we're going to have a very active, busy day tomorrow, or Saturday morning. The other thing we're doing is our 3rd cure burn. Bulldog fire equipment, the ones that moved into the KME facility, have built and donated 2 burn cribs for us. They're what we put our pallets in to do our burns in the different rooms at about a $2,600 value that was donated by Bulldog. These work out. We'll make any modifications that we have to make, and have agreed with Bulldog that we would purchase 2 more, 1 for each burn room we'll have then if through the County Firemen's Association we'll purchase 2 more of those burn cribs. So tomorrow's or Saturday morning's big issue is finding somebody to carry up, they're in 2-piece sections, fortunately about 250 pounds each, so we're gonna take all the young people with strong backs and we'll get them up there somehow. But I think Coaldale's ladder tower is going to be able to put that on their basket, lift it up to the upper levels. We're going to start off in the 2nd and 3rd floor burn room. So it's going to be a busy weekend up there, and that's why it was built. We're going to try to track our numbers to keep track of how many people are really using that facility and where they're coming from and what the classes are. We're working on the registration online now. The calendars for the request is online under the county website, under emergency management, request for use application. The courses that are being offered are online, and we're working on getting those that they'll go right back to EMA, and they'll compile the applications for the different courses. So it's going to get extremely busy. People have been looking forward to this, and a lot of people were naysayers. They didn't thought it'd never happen, and I can't believe it's happening finally. So after all these years since 2008, so moving right along. So that's all I have today. Meeting adjourned. Media, James.
Who's the Bulldog company that you said's donating those things? What are they, like a fire outfitter? Like what?
Yeah, they are. They're Well,
Trying to find a way to
I don't wanna take away from the,
Finally,
Rick Reman and the other owner of the facility, but, they're up to, 30 or more employees now, repairing apparatus, building things, finishing products that were started at other facilities. I would strongly recommend you contact Rick Reman to talk about that more and what they do there. I was up there the other day when we picked up the burn cribs. We had to get a trailer and a little forklift to pick it up. But I was impressed what I saw in the plant, and there's gonna be a lot more of that. But I'll let the owner of the property or the facility take care of that.
Okay, and then the 232,000 for the repairs to the building, you said that's a base bid, was that what the insurance adjuster said, or where did that number come from? Is that a bid that somebody's bidding to
The
do?
tooth from last week, you mean?
Yeah,
I think it was, I don't have it here, but I think it was 160,000 for the work, like 161. And then I think there was like 40,000 and odd dollars for if we chose to do it at night or weekends. And that was all included in the insurance, you know, that, if they choose to go that would be paid by the insurance company, not that 40,000 above would not be put on us. The insurance company already sees that we're a 5-day-a-week operation, it has to keep going, so they put it in that whatever accommodations we gotta make, that's what will happen.
okay, so that's 200K, where's the other,
Well, there was,
is that like furniture, equipment, and?
well, there was, and I thought I gave you that itemized, I think there was like $4,000 for computers. You know, there was little odds and ends here that wound up being that, I mean, it's not little, but the minimum was the computers, I think that was only like $2,000, the rest of it was like furniture and things like that, you know, like, or maybe some other kind of equipment. But,
Would I be
and,
able
and it, yeah, and I'll email you something like that. And actually, even with that total bid, that is like the maximum would be. They might come back and say, okay, we can do some stuff during the day. You know, that 40,000 was almost like to do the whole project that night. You know, that doesn't mean, you know, it could wind up being under, you know, it looks like it could be 230, but it could be under $200,000 to do the project. But we're covered through the insurance, whatever it costs.
So the 232, that's what the insurance projected it to cost, that's not what
Yes.
somebody did on the project?
Well, it was actually the adjuster and who bid on that, well, it was like an under emergency. So we got a contractor and they worked together that, you know, if they charged so much for drywall, that's all they were getting. So much for carpet, that's all they're getting. It wasn't like the price was ballooned. The adjuster and them worked together and went over it. And that was, and I'm sure the insurance companies don't wanna give money up, and maybe the contractors wanna make more money, but with them together, I think we got a pretty
So
good
that's-
price.
That's the max that the insurance is willing to pay?
Yes, exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
And then, just back to the bids from today. What was the first bid for the animal shelter? Was there one for
202,
202,000, and then the second bid was for 220,000?
220.
Okay, and that was from M&M?
Mm-hmm.
I can email it to you if you want to.
That, yeah, I appreciate that. That's all I have.
Amy,
Good morning. So how is the 525 project going? Is that on,
It's pretty good, yeah, they're on track.
okay,
The thing, we'd like to move them down, like probably by the end of the month, we could start moving, but I might have been a little bit anxious on it, but we have an election coming up. So to have equipment moved, it might just be like another week back, but the back part of the building's supposed to be done by the end of this month. I mean, I was in yesterday, it's almost there. I mean, in fact, I think today they're delivering all the cubicles, and they should be in by, I think, Tuesday. So it's like, it's ready to go.
and then the front part that was demolished, when is that gonna be rebuilt?
It is being done right now. In fact, they did put the first row of brick on, or the the stone facing that they have and the bricks going on. And drywall and electric, that's about all that has to be done in there. I mean, they set the units, for the heating, they got ready for that, so that will, I mean, they're supposed to be done by the end of next month. You know, so, and like I said, with the elections, I know I wanna get in there because I think it's important for the children and youth, and they wanna get in there also, but I think our number one priority is the election, cause we do have a new election director, and it looks like it's really going good. That we're on track just like we always were. I mean, Carbon County always did have a good election staff, and I think it's continuing, but, I don't know what else.
I'm surprised you didn't ask the other question. On Saturday, we opened up our third indoor water park in
Yeah.
one of our county buildings. First, it was the administration building, and it was 44, and our fire department was dispatched to the 525 Street building. A valve failed on the dry pipe sprinkler system, triggering the outdoor audible alarm and flooding the basement a little bit. It wasn't too bad. About the only damage we had really was the, about a half dozen air filters or something
air
that were
filters,
sitting on the floor. All the other construction equipment, it was confined to an area around the sprinkler system room there. And unfortunately, a little valve failed, but it could be a little bit of a blessing because there were 5 other leaks found, rusted pipes that had to be replaced before they let loose. Well, one was an incoming pipe, a 6-inch supply line, which we'll have to shut down for approximately 2 hours to replace that piece of pipe and coordinate that with the Lehigh Borough Water Authority. They have a new water meter to install as well. And then we can repair the pipes now because it's on the dry part of the system. So, yeah, it's just one thing after another, and you'll see that on next week's agenda with the cost of that. We just got it, so we'll have to approve that. It's just over $5,000 to do those repairs, so it's just never ends.
And it was no fault of the construction, it
No,
wasn't even
nothing,
close
it's
to it,
just
it was just like one of the
Equipment
things.
failure and rust.
It's just like a little valve, a leaf valve opened up and it didn't close,
So,
it failed.
You hit your 3.
Well, that's what I said, we
So
got our
hopefully-
3, that's it, no more. So there's no adjuster or no insurance or anything on this job.
And I know St. Luke's wound care is still in there. Any anticipated date on when they will be out?
Well, they have another year yet.
Another year?
You know, they have till, I think it's, what was it, April 19th or something.
Just
Yeah.
redid the lease.
Yeah, till April 19th. Yeah, so that's, you know, I don't know what our plans are or their plans are. And it just all depends on what kind of room we need. If children and youth employment increases, then hopefully they're gonna have their building done that we need it, that they can move out. But we haven't really determined anything as of yet.
I think that's all I have. Thank you very much.
okay, the best for last, Ryan. We always do you last. I don't know why.
How'd the election thing go on Tuesday with the machine testing and all that?
Logic and accuracy testing went fine. It was completed, I would argue, in record time. They were finished, it took them 90 minutes on day 2 to finish up. Went really well, no reported problems.
So it looks like everything's ready for the May primary.
Oh, yeah.
The election board will file the reports to the Department of State indicating everything met the standards that they set out, right? Yeah.
I think maybe we should give you the warning as well. Since there were so many vacancies for different positions, there will most likely be a lot of write-ins. So I would not expect any official tabulations, especially on the write-in positions for maybe what, a day or two?
Day or two, sure. Yeah.
A day or two until they figure everything out, because with over 100 positions on the ballot, it's gonna be extremely time-consuming, and of course, we wanna make sure it's right, and it's gonna take some time to decipher all the write-ins and things like that, so it's not gonna happen right away. Might have a really good idea, except for vacancies, but other than that, it's gonna be rough. Anything else?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, have a good one.